In this example, we're going to determine the chemical formula of an ionic compound. Now to do this, we need the periodic chart, so that's why it's here. And I'm only going to show you the first one, because once you see this, it gets pretty easy. All right, we're talking about the ionic compound that forms between aluminum and sulfur. Let's find them both on the table. There's aluminum, and there's sulfur. All right, now let's start with aluminum. So we'll write aluminum, Al, and we have to figure out what charge aluminum is going to take in an ionic compound. Well, it's in group 3A. That means it has 3 electrons. In order to get to the ideal electron configuration, it's got to either lose 3 or gain 5. It'll lose 3, so it becomes Al3+. That's the rule for group 3A. The metals become 3+ in an ionic compound. All right, what about sulfur? Well, sulfur's in group 6A. It's a nonmetal. It wants to gain electrons. The nonmetals in group 6A gain 2 electrons to get to the ideal electron configuration, so they take on a charge of 2-. All right, so we've got Al3+ and S2-. Those are the charges that these elements will take in this ionic compound. Now getting the chemical formula is a snap. We simply switch the charges. The 2- goes to Al, and the 3+ goes to S. We make them subscripts instead of superscripts, and then we get rid of the charges. So the final chemical formula is Al2S3. This is how you'll determine the chemical formula of any ionic compound. Determine what charge the ions take, switch the charges, drop the signs, and you've got the chemical formula.